Welcome, returning and new subscribers. I am Goddess High Priestess Empress Danvala Pantera. Welcome all. We are about to get these messages in for this new moon in Aries. Tomorrow, the second one of this Aries season in the sign of Aries. Second one. And beloved, it's a solar eclipse. Okay. So the universe is about to make things shift for you. In the sign of Aries, this has to do with shifts that occur based on who you are. So, whatever it is that may be in the way of who you are, it's going to have to step aside. And then the door's going to close right after that when they step to the side. Okay? Because it's time for you to move forward. All right. So, we're going to go over a few things. So, let's just open up with Source. As always, I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors, protectors, warriors, ascended masters that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me, as me, for you and I, collective to use our mind's eye to see. I connect my heart and soul to my heart and soul, always in connection to the Most High, infinite creator of all. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So, let's get right into it. So, if this here, new moon, Aries, solar eclipse, 29 degrees in 50 minutes to be exact. Okay. Last time we experienced this new moon energy at a late degrees was 2015. Blessings, Alana, welcome. But for us, collective, this is the moment of clear perception of your own identity. The moment of clear perception of your own identity. The moment of clear perception of your own identity. So much has happened from the moment you were born, possibly even from the moment you were conceived. And if you have done regressions, obviously from other past lives, but so much has changed from then to this moment. You are here right now watching this here video, New Moon in Aries 2023 420. Put your lighters up. Okay, so be responsible with it, okay, because that is a triple goddess energy. You are supposed to, I ain't supposed to do shit, but it is highly recommended to use it the way you would respect the energy of the herbs of 420. Okay, if it's going to take you to a higher place, make sure you're not surrounded by energies that's going to take you to a lower place. Simple as that. Okay, so the fact that we are having it at this late degrees, don't forget to like the video, y'all, which means you come up into this space here. Okay, and sage yourself. You washing your hands, taking your shoes off at the door. And this gets the message out to your fellow people, your fellow soul tribe. Because there's nothing in this world, there's many things that could be greater than that. But if you really feel and think about this, you are the one with this information surrounded by people who don't have the information. That's going to stress you out because you're going to constantly feel like an outcast and constantly feeling like an outcast because you are forcing yourself to be around energies that, granted, no one is the same, everyone is uniquely made. But in terms of being able to have a conversation of each and everybody that's present in that conversation evolving, it would take for there to be some form of similar, points of vision or ideas You know what I'm saying? So like the video. Anybody else that you be watching on here on YouTube, you enter their space. Let me tell you something, because a lot of these channels, if it's for a low vibration, they're serving you something that you want to see. If it's a higher vibration, they're serving you something that you want to see. Obviously, it's something you want to see if you're going to click on it. So like the video. Anyway, appreciate you though. Okay. Welcome, Amina. So yeah, this in Aries, solar eclipse is the moment of clear perception of your own identity. You're seeing how much you've changed, being more in touch with your core self. Got a lot of notes here. And the fact that it is in the square to Pluto is was really making this energy hit the way it's going to hit. As we just had Pluto going into the sign of Aquarius 23rd of March at the beginning of this Aries season. Okay? Whenever Pluto enters a sign, something's going to have to change by all means necessary. Okay? Fuck any. All means it's going to change. And Aquarius has a lot to do with, first and foremost, beauty as well. You got harmony, you got the arts, but this also speaks about being a humanitarian, the rebel. This is also the revolutionary energy of Aquarius. So something's going to shift, okay, in this world, in this realm of the universe that we are occupying in. The fact that it's squaring Pluto in Aquarius, this is some real next level shit when it comes to your paradigm shifting and when it comes to your awakening. So there's a lot that's breaking down for you to break through by all means necessary. This change here happening, it ain't even up to you no more. It ain't even up to you no more. When I mean you, where you would actually have an opportunity to dibble and dabble and back up from a shift. And the reason why you're able to do that is because there's certain DNA codes in your body that allows you to do that. But guess what? This here new moon solar eclipse in the square of Pluto is literally recoding your DNA on the planet and outside the planet. So we're speaking about the parallel universe, the parallel version of yourself. Hello. I said, honey, I'm home. Y'all remember last night, that last video that we did, which was yesterday's message, where we pulled the energy signature? Well, look at here. This has a lot to do with that too. Because everyone, whether you're conscious of it, you're going through this shift that's going to bring you to a point where you're going to want to go your own way. It's a signature of independence. So whatever it is that you have to break away from, you will find yourself breaking away from it. Okay, you will find yourself breaking away from it. And then after this, I'm gonna add that to the title too, because you got Mercury retrograde the next day, which is beautiful to have in this energy of the eclipse, because it'll be retrograde up until after actually the lunar eclipse that is in Scorpio. So Mars is really putting in work right now when it comes to the collective, as far as what is breaking down so you can break through. And Mars right now is in what? Cancer. And Mars is the warrior. So what is it that is fighting for? It's fighting for your inner child. It's fighting for your essence of being nurtured. It's fighting for what is stability when it comes to family to you, what that means to you. Because a lot that's going to happen over these next months, few months, because we also have, this is a new moon video, but we do also have, okay, Pluto squaring the nodes. telling you, this here shift is what your soul has been waiting for. You may have asked yourself, up until this point, you're about to see why. You may have asked yourself, why me? It's looking at you right in your face now. The why me answer is looking at you right in your face. Why not you? Because before you had resonance or a recognition of what you was experiencing as far as an emotion to connect to that experience, before all of that, your soul literally signed energetically, put its signature into the soul and say, well, this lifetime I want to experience this with this type of family, with not having this type of family, with this occurring in a relationship, with this not occurring in a relationship, because I want to feel what it feels like to have emotions. That's one of the major things you experience here on earth. It's tangible. You can touch it. You can use your senses, your bodily senses. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, beloved. So, there's certainly a recoding of your DNA strands on and off this planet. You're about to experience spontaneous awakenings when it comes to your galactic blueprint. You're going to be connecting a lot more to your galactic families, where it is that you come from, the energy of where it is that you come from, why you're here, your soul's purpose, the energy signature connected to that soul's purpose. You're literally, your dreams probably been wild as fuck these last couple of weeks. Let's just put it that way. Usually there are things that occur in your dream state that have you worried. Now you're looking at it like, wait a minute, you know the symbolism of certain things. So now you're receiving a different meaning. The same thing that's happening in your waking life or in this life right now that you're watching this video. That just took me somewhere else because I'm also seeing where there's someone else watching this that's not even born yet. So you're noticing the symbolism as to what is going on in your life because everything is symbols, all of it symbols, you know. Once you're able to break that down, you're able to break through. Okay, so a lot that's going to be shifting. It has already been doing so, but it's like it's like you online to enter a concert. You've been online, whether if it was from yesterday into the moment that you were born. So however long that what that was that you were online, now you're at the door to give your ticket and walk through and enjoy the experience. Because once you walk through that door, there's going to be a permanent shift, but it all connects to you moving forward. Just keep in mind also everything that you're feeling right now, that you will be experiencing right now, is really going to take greater effect after the lunar eclipse as well, which will be in the sign of Scorpio. So, Mars right now is playing a role as the ruler in this particular new moon, as it is in Aries, and it'll be the co ruler when we step into the full moon um, lunar eclipse that will happen in the sign of Scorpio. Okay, so what you'll notice is you'll be drawn to do certain things because where you're going right now, collective, with this new moon eclipse in the sign of Aries, you're on the path of doing things that you absolutely love to do. And what you love to do is connected to your soul's purpose. Doesn't matter how many times you fall, you're going to rise. Your soul's purpose, just like the sun. You see it set and you see it rise each and every day. Now, obviously, the physical body doesn't have, for now, it hasn't established that knowing fully to operate that way because of a lot of the programs that are encoded within the DNA strands, which is also going through a process of a shift with this new moon in Aries solar eclipse in a square to Pluto in Aquarius. So you're going to be seeing a lot about where to move forward and why. You're going to be seeing the where and the why of moving forward. Now, come June, okay, this video is going to have a lot of information. Come June, which we'll obviously talk about as we get into the other time periods too, but it has to be mentioned now. Come June, Pluto will be going retrograde, June 11th, okay? Which means it'll be going back into the sign of Capricorn, which is kind of like, okay, we've been moving forward. Now it's time to regroup and see, okay, where we've been moving forward towards, what we continue to move forward with, and what we are completely done with. Because come January 2024, it's going to get real again. But this is a new moon in Aries video. Okay. Welcome all once again. Don't forget to like the video. You feel me? So, what else is happening with this energy? You're going to be in a position to receive a lot more information from the Aquarian realm. So we're looking at Uranus, sudden changes, awakenings. We can also talk about, let me see here, what would this be? Okay, the higher octave of Mercury. A higher sense of intuition as well, or sense of intuition. The joining of the personal to the collective consciousness and the group mind. What is your soul's purpose is what you're really going to get to the nitty gritty with. Because the new moon speaks about initiations, starting a new project, planting the seeds, right? And the full moon we have coming up is a lunar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. So basically what you're hearing is you're planting the seeds for the new version of you, but this new version has to do with the next level of your awakening. So if you're a healer, light worker, whatever it is that you do when it comes to assisting the collective, however you do it, in whichever world you place yourself into, you're about to now like really put that work in. You're not gonna, it's you've been doing this, but it's more so to the effect of like, all right, you know you don't have to hide it. You know in this moment you can really go off when it comes to your cosmic alignment and the abilities that come with it. Okay? So a lot of these breakthroughs and breakdowns that you are experiencing is bringing in creativity as well. And this creativity is going to come in because you're removing what no longer works for you. So, there's a lot that's going to be shifting as far as what no longer works for you. So, the key to this is to focus on the new beginning and not so much on what's ending. The other thing that's going to be happening here with this new moon in Aquarius, where you'll find yourself asking yourself this question like, who are you now based off the following? Whether if it's you or people around you and the role that you play in that, if it has to do with people around you, who are you today when it comes to having to assist yourself because you weren't fully supported for who you naturally and fully are? Because you'll end up taking certain steps when you realize, even if it's not verbally expressed, but you'll take certain steps for you to move forward. And most of this has to do with helping yourself only because of not wanting to ask help from other people. But this new moon, this eclipse energy is really going to bring the collective inward to see and really get to the bottom of the way that made you feel. Because it's one thing to feel that, to create the action where you say, okay, I'm not being seen for all that I am. Obviously, I got to do this on my own. But there's also an underlining energy, okay, where there is some sort of sorrow. Five of Cups energy is what I'm seeing as I'm saying this. Sorrow or pain or feeling the projection of someone regretting what they weren't able to do at a certain point. But again, this goes back to, you came here for this particular experience as a human being to feel through these emotions. The only difference between now and the moment that you said, yes, I want to enter this realm to experience these feelings, is that when you went through the birth canal, that was basically the portal that occurs when you see the men in black use that thingamajiggy and blank you out. That was literally that process in order to be in this world. That was the portal you would have to go through, right? But as we know, water has memory. So while you were in that incubation space of your mother's womb, okay, you've had all of the memories of all that you decided to come here for. So much so that a female fetus already has the eggs of her children or her grandchildren, rather, in her womb space. Okay, so we are awakening to the advancement of the human body and being here in this realm or on this planet. Shit is lit if you let it be. Okay, so this is going to bring up a lot of reactions when it comes to parts of yourself that are unconscious. You may be feeling anxieties or depression or this. That's not what we want you. That's not what we want you to feel here, okay? But yes, as a human being, that's what it's labeled as. It's a moment where you feel like you're at a fall. But the universal law is whatever falls must rise. So you will rise from that. It's currently happening right now. This is why you're being triggered when it comes to moments where you haven't felt safe, understood, or seen. And we all know, we've been on this channel, that understood part, that is simply for you. And when I say simply for you, and you begin to simplify things and you realize that the only one that's here to understand you is yourself, because once you understand yourself, you're going to, connect with those who understand themselves as well. And that partnership or the um the moment of interaction between you and another being is a reflection where it's smoother, is a smoother transition or transaction that happens when it comes to you and this person communicating. They understand themselves, you understand yourself. So that cuts out the major part in terms of what can lead to an insecurity where people don't understand one another or someone's not understanding the other person. And you can relate that to love relationships, family, specifically family, because the way Mars in Cancer is rolling right now, it's literally triggering that part of you, that inner child. Okay, those wounds that you may not have even known that they were wounds because it was normal. The energy around you made it seem like it was normal. It was more than likely normal for them in their experience. but this was also designed to trigger you to connect to your own experience. And that can happen in so many different ways, which is why every movie you watch is not the same. Similar themes, different scenarios. You feel me? So let's see what else we got going on here. And as we mentioned yesterday, make sure you're taking a time out to do your breathing, to move your body, because this is going to be one of the most essential things you can do as this recalibration is happening. Okay, your breathing exercises, movements, dance. If you feel like you just got to get up and move around and just shake yourself out. Okay, so let's see, what is the message here for the collective? There's going to be a lot of changes within the world. And if you are a cardinal sign, 27 degrees or fixed sign between 0 and 4, you're going to feel this the most in your personal life. So fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, 0 to 4, Cardinal, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, 0 to 4 degrees. You're going to feel this a lot in your personal setting. Welcome, Joe. Welcome, beloved. Welcome, y'all. Let's see what we got coming through here for the collective. A lot of quantum entanglement you've been having will be no longer. Illuminate the shadow, focus on a solution. 21. This came out the other day too. Surrender. Let me okay, we're not doing that. What else? Strength. 21, 30, 213. That's the 7 of Swords, Moon in Aquarius. Focus on a solution when it comes to memories that you may have had. Some of you have had the experience of Pluto in Aquarius in the 1700s. You would notice specifically to you because you may be intrigued by that era, the 1770s. We have here, be fearless, number 3. Let's get a look at this. Let's take a look. Strength. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. This card comes to you, collective, number 30. Strength with the tiger. I had the tiger. This card comes to you to remind you of your inner strength and courage. Although you may be feeling weary and hopeless at this time, do not lose faith and heart. You are a lot stronger than you realize. Moving through this chapter of your life, you will understand the lesson of having to release your inner resistance and fears. By uncovering your true strength, you'll have the courage to move through it with clarity, understanding, and compassion. Your prayers for strength have been heard. Release all fears that are blocking spiritual guidance. Breaking down walls will help you see, dear one, all the synchronicities and signs communicated to you. The spirit teachers of love and light wish only to serve the highest good for all, to offer guidance, love, and reminders of what you already hold within yourself. You hold so much strength, courage, determination, and perseverance. The first step in uncovering and embracing your true strength is to accept your current state, whether it is vulnerability, powerlessness, emotional fragility, or weakness. The second step is surrendering to that universal life force of love. Surrender came up again. Allow the third step, empowerment, to flow into your life naturally. Strength and empowerment will come. Use this chapter to find your deepest source of strength, to renew your faith and be all that you truly are, a spiritual warrior living in conscious freedom. The prayer for this card: Great Spirit, guide me through this period. Give me the insight, courage, and strength I need to cultivate the source of strength already within me. The associated chakras for this card are the sacral and solar plexus. Let's look at illuminate the shadow. Simplify the issue, focus on a solution. When we understand our shadow, we can fully appreciate the light. We must have both aspects within our spirit to have a meaningful life. Without darkness, how can one fully appreciate the beauty and simplicity of life in all its forms? Once we remove fear and personal doubt, it makes room for love, confidence, and motivation. Reclaiming your personal power, as motivation is internal, inspiration is external. You motivate yourself. You get inspired to be motivated, but you motivate yourself. You are the only one that can make you move. Physically move, take action, and do. You can be inspired all day, but until you take action, you're lacking motivation. Our shadow self highlights the need to place ourselves first, which is what we read yesterday. When we are stuck within our shadow side, we are unable to see the light of day. We become clouded and foggy with confusion, often forgetting gratitude and compassion through our own selfish moments. Selfish moments meaning where you stepping away from a situation to be selfish, to get back to a space of gratitude and compassion is another thing. Okay. So, this is something that you would have to first begin with when it comes to remembering to become in alignment or to get in alignment to your soul's purpose. That when you are being selfish constructively, you are getting back to a space where you are grateful for yourself, your experience, and you're compassionate with yourself, forgiving yourself, which means you're forgiving others. And now you're able to move forward and be there for others. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people who stay stuck in that box of, I'm gonna just do this myself. Ain't nobody ever helped me. That shit, those are two different people. Okay. You got the energy of those who really be out here, getting back to themselves so they can get back to people. Then you got those who get back to themselves and stay to themselves, and there goes a whole nother karmic lesson. Illuminating the shadows to fully understand our personality and subsequently understand the shadow in others, enabling us to be more considerate of another person's hardships and developing empathy with and compassion for other people. And this is based this that's a great explanation as to what it means even further when you're here to understand yourself and not get someone to understand you. Because even when you are assisting someone, don't misconstrue with you actually understanding them. It may seem that way, but I'm taking you into a space of, this is a reflection. It's a reflection. Okay. Everything that is going on in your life. See, okay, we about to get weird. Everything that is happening in all of our lives, again, going back to, you decided to have this human experience. So, with having this human experience, there has been a lot of programming that you have already been connected to or taught to move in a certain way until you realize that you are the creator. Once you reconnect to that God and Goddess energy within you, then and only then you'll be able to internalize much deeper within your thought process, your subconscious mind, to get rid of what no longer serves you. So now you can actually see what's going on. And what I'm saying to you right now, as far as you're not here to be understood by anyone, even when you are helping someone, it may seem like you understand them, but what's really happening is they're getting to a point where they understand themselves. And there's an alignment between you and this person where they actually seek you out for that assistance or for that advice, or you are placed in their energetic field for that type of response. because you're able to reflect something back energetically through energetic signature that they'll be able to understand within their cells. And now things are going to shift. Okay. So yes, let's keep this going, because we read this in the last message. It says here, right now you are encouraged to illuminate the sections of your personality that are working against your situation. And this is why you may be encountered by someone who experienced something the way you have, only to remind you of what has to be handled. Okay, so we really gonna take it to the next level. There's levels to this, even in what I'm saying right now, because I'm just really just channeling this right now. Here's what you know was actually activating this. I'm gonna show you right now, because this card came out earlier. Where you at? It's the reptilian card, but I want you to see something, because normally when someone is in this position, standing in front of something that looks like a mirror, you'll see yourself multiply within the reflection, right? Look at this reptilian card. Okay. Now, this could be a passageway. This could just be a passageway. But notice how this is built. It really looks like this is an actual mirror. But you can't see the reflection of the reptilian multiply, which means that this is something that's deeply hidden. That's the veil. Because that shit do look like a mirror. It looks like a mirror. Mm-hmm. It's clear as day. Give me a second. Because this is part of the world changes in the collective development, the next level of the awakening. There go the Seven of Swords with the Ace of Swords. 213, illuminate the shadow, and strength is right here. 213 does connect to the Seven of Swords, Moon and Aquarius energy. Because Pluto in Aquarius, right? When it's retrograde, because it's actually going to station retrograde May 1st, which is before the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Okay. But what it's going to be doing as it relates to Mars and Leo at the very early degrees of Mars and Leo, Mars is gonna get you to is gonna defend your instincts. So instinctively you're gonna want to do so much. Okay. But if you are rejected from what it is that you want to do and where you're going, is because Pluto is like, no, we're not doing this. You're going to see why later. Not so much later, but you're going to see why. I'm telling you no. And the reason being because it's not connected to your soul's blueprint. This is what I'm saying. Everything that you're doing moving forward has a connection to your soul's blueprint. But you weren't able to see that because this, I don't care what nobody say. This shit is a mirror. You should be seeing this figure here, 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 here. But the biggest thing here with the collective is not being able to see the I am, the God within you. You see where we're going with this? Welcome, Ocean Goddess. See where we're going with this? Okay. Because Pluto's going to bring in that change, and it might be a change in direction as it relates to your soul's blueprint. Because it wants you to go where there's stability. And with this new moon tomorrow, the day after, you got Mercury retrograde in Taurus, 15 degrees, in conjunction to Uranus in Taurus, 17 degrees. And it's going to be supporting Mars, ruler of Aries, new moon in Aries solar eclipse, to make decisions by simplifying it all. So discernment is going to be at an ultimate high. You're going to be looking at quality more over quantity. So when it comes to like your money, because Mercury is in Taurus and Uranus is in Taurus, it's going to put you in a position to really look at, what it is, like going towards what you love, not just what you like. That's wild. There's actually a show like that I just saw the trailer for on Netflix, where this guy is teaching people how to live a luxury lifestyle by focusing on buying the things that they love and stepping away from just buying things that they like. There's a big difference now. You could like a lot of shit. Yeah, you got to be prepared. You being prepared to think in a new way. That's gonna anchor you to your courage. And you also got Jupiter and Aries in conjunction to the sun and moon, providing you with spiritual protection to help you to move forward. That's why we kept getting moving forward yesterday too. Show me this. 4 of Pentacles. 42 on the timer. Hold up. 42. Building a secure future, angelically speaking. 4 of Pentacles is Sun in Capricorn. Authority. Why? Why was this held back from the collective? We're going to my deck. Why was this held back from the collective? Okay. Let's go here first. Why was you being able to see the reflection of yourself? Because you'll be artistic. You'll have a level of integrity and honesty within yourself where you realize that everything you would want to do to secure yourself, or anything that you can do to secure yourself, would have to do with what it is that you love to do, not what you have to do. Because when we're speaking of the chakras, will come from the lowest chakra, the root chakra. So anything that's unable to rise from the root is not in a position to blossom. Okay, 4404 on the timer. So we're looking at this here. Why was the collective unable to see their true reflection of themselves, to step out of this survival mode and step into thriving? Here we got the 4 of Pentacles coming out first. That's the Sun in Capricorn. We got the Wheel of Fortune here at the bottom of the deck. The Divine is coming in and stepping on this as we speak, illuminating the shadow to focus on the solution, to bring you this strength. Aligning the shadows with the light. Aligning the shadows with the light, 44. Why was this held back from the collective? Why was this held back from the collective? But now they are seeing it through this new moon in Aries solar eclipse, square to Pluto. Why was this held back from the collective? The card over here just saying, just say no. Abundance. Why was it held back? Because you'll be, everybody out here would be wealthy. Because the fact that we have these different classes in society, this shit's weird. It ain't even like that in the spiritual realm. Why? Because of magic also. Why were you held back from not knowing this beforehand? Because you would be too fucking magical to begin with. And in that case, no one will be able to be in power over another. Look at that. The Most High is making it all possible. Serenity, learning to accept what you cannot change, the order of the blue rose. They misuse their power, and it doesn't know them anymore. They didn't even know this shit to begin with. All right, hold on. Yeah, deja vu. Telling you, Palace Athena, the first card out. Connection to creative learning and expression, but this has to do with the goddess of war. Clever with patterns, psychic abilities, the serpent, wisdom, olive trees, owls, the spear and the shield. Protector, Pallas Athena, your art of war. Ancestors. Past life. Pallas. Pallas. Pallas is an ancestor. Athena is an ancestor. Past life. With Proverbs 24:14, so shall you know skillful and godly wisdom to be thus to your life. If you find it, then shall there be a future and a reward, and your faith and expectation shall not be cut off. So once you remember what their plan was to hold you back, ain't no stopping this. Mm-mm. Virgo Pisces, highly significant here. Analyzing what you believe. Then we have family. We do have Mars in Cancer. Okay. So just be patient with yourself. Like Ocean Goddess said, take a breath. Patience is key right now. Talk to me, Source. What was that pause about? Mm. Cosmic ancestors, voice your concerns. And you heard me clearly when I paused. What's the message for the collective? There's a divine masculine king shifting into an emperor that's experiencing deja vu through this message. Ignorance is not bliss. Trying is an insult to doing. Remove this self-imposed doubt in your power. Now we got the Queen of Sheba. If I'm not mistaken, the Solomon card is at the top of the deck. Look at the two cards that I pulled out. Yes. So I'm getting more so of the vibe of exactly what's happening with this new moon, too, in the square to Pluto. Everything that we learned in books, lied to. So if you're looking at the not the esoteric meanings of these energies we call deities or gods and goddesses, you're going to really see a deeper explanation. Okay? You're going to see the truth of it. And each of you on a different path. Because I'm not even here to feed you with what my energy says about it. But we are going to pull a message about this regardless. That's collective. But each and every one of you are on your different path where information comes through and to you in the way that it does for you. So you can see that whatever's going on in your life ain't happening to you. Okay? So, why did we pause like that though? Why did we pause like that? Balance will be restored. The soul has been fragmented. The journey of the soul on this planet has been fragmented in ways that it wasn't supposed to. But this new moon in Aries solar eclipse and in this square to Pluto in the sign of Aquarius is going to shift anything that has to do with being okay with what is not okay. Okay? Now, I don't know if people like that are in here. They're hoping. That's where I'm going with this. That protesting shit ain't gonna do nothing. All you out there doing is just screaming at this point. Handle the dynamics of where you are physically. See what you're able to shift and the way you respond when you notice that it's not shifting. Because energetically, one person can literally send off that energy to thousands, even if it's not verbally expressed to you. Just don't get discouraged or back out because you're not getting the response verbally or through body language. But just know you have already planted the seed, either through your actions or through your words, or simply through the energy of your presence. Okay? Look at that. Astral travel caution needed. Some of you have to ground yourself. You've been doing a lot of astral traveling here. Transformation 30, 33 twice. That's uh-huh. Uh-huh. 33, 33. Balance will be it has been destroyed, but it hasn't. It's just a perception. Balance will be restored when it comes to hidden enemies that were blocking transformation and hidden enemies that made death appear the way it has been for ages. Just relaying the message. Awakened spirit, changing the trajectory. Okay. Under that, you have third eye. And both of these are highly significant here in terms of the projection that you're seeing or the points that you're seeing. The light going towards the forehead, and this picture is starting at the throat chakra, but here you've got it going towards the third eye and straight from the mouth. The desire you had of change to reclaim your mind, your spirit has awakened in connection to your soul for this shift to happen. 436. To help bring balance to the soul fragments, focus on the energies of bliss that you have already experienced. Mm, 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 mm. Spiritual evolution, set your heart free. Let me look at this here. Communication. Some of you legitimately have to know and believe that you are connected to the wolf spirit, the energy of the wolf. Let me give you some more on that here. Guardian guardian of family and tribe, activism and ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. Mhm. Okay, sorry. Excuse me, rather. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. Perfect example of loving from a distance if that's what you must do. But the word hate, oh, I don't like this person doing this and doing that, you ain't learned your lesson yet, and your soul is still going to be fragmented. Balance is now being restored. Let's not make this process collective through this eclipse season of this year difficult. Okay? Let's not do it. So, when you're in balance of this wolf energy and able to communicate, you are reliable and fearless. When out of balance, judgmental and dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. I was about to say palance. That's a whole soca song. Friendship. What journeys are ending, have come to a dead end. It's time for you to relax. Once you recognize what or who that may be, remain positive during this transformation that you are having to set your heart free. Your spirit wants to evolve, meaning it wants to reconnect with your soul. Your spirit wants to evolve, and you got free spirit coming out. Amen. And love. Let's look at some messages of love here. This is at the bottom of the deck, though. They better keep quiet. Don't know who that's for. Let me see. Yeah, we got the Solomonic lineage at the bottom. But yes. What was that for? Okay. Remove thyself. Some of you don't have to explain why you're doing something. That could be the transformation that Pluto is taking you through, and that could be the most uncomfortable thing that you're doing right now. Human design, Anubis. You may have been adopted or feel like you've been adopted, which is why it's also important for you to study your natal chart. It says study the sciences, the stars are aligning you. Cancer Capricorn could be significant, or being mindful as to the way you're using your feelings, because this is a predated soul agreement here, where you came here to actually ask yourself this particular question: is this the belief system that allows my soul to thrive, or someone else's opinion that they're going to adopt it as belief? adopted right here. 6 to 9 months. It is could have something to do with that. Holy parents speak, chosen one, it is finished. Examine the ancient creator. For you, whoever this is for, Anubis is significant, which is where I get adopted from because he wasn't raised by his mama. The story tells it. They better keep quiet. We got Sirius, Tefnut, 1 year. Year one, you're about to receive your just due. For some of you, you have a throat chakra that heals people. This could also be the reason why you felt like an outcast. Your throat chakra heals people, but you may have been surrounded by those who don't want to hear you. Okay, so it's important for you to, right now in this moment, not take that to that level where you're feeling like an outcast. They're just not ready to unlock that door, or just not ready to wake up. The alarm clock didn't go off. Yeah, cut the cord right now. 6:35. Archangel Michael. What we got here? Archangel Haziel. So okay. What's at the top? God see. Your higher self is watching this. You got the world in your hands. You have your world. The perception of your world is in your hands. Be mindful of your thoughts as your hands are connected to your arms, and it's giving me Gemini energy. Let me look at the planetary hour right now. Mars. Mars for about an hour. Okay. We in that raw Aries energy. Let's get these love cards. What's the message here of love for the collective? Let's see. Let me pick these up. Here we go. That was quick. It's in reverse too. Let's take it. Let's see what this is. Healing family issues in reverse. Okay. You have already learned the lesson of where your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And there's a certain level of detachment that could be happening, which could either bring you towards a holy matrimony, or this is the union within yourself, the masculine and feminine energy within you. What else do we have here? Freeing yourself. It's time to take control back of your life. Once you get to the bottom of this is the experience that I wanted, this allows you to flirt more too. Also known as extending your lighthearted energy to others. You may have been kind of like shut out from talking to certain people in a way, the way that you would speak to them would make it seem like you got your walls up. Not even boundaries, you got walls up, or had walls up. Soulmate, yeah. Now you calling in your soulmate. Or whoever this is that you're thinking of at this time, this is your soulmate. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So this definitely has to do with that energy when it comes to like moments in life where you didn't feel supported because of who you were or who you are, because it still could be happening now. But what's also happening now is the recognition of that, to move away from that perception and just see it for what it is. Because the more you hold on to it, the more pain you're actually going to generate, because you're caring more about where you weren't supported rather than just focusing more on the new beginning. That you analyzing that and coming to a point of recognition of what has been going on is allowing you to move forward. At times, you may not want to move forward the way you have to, but just for a moment, it's temporary. Doing what you have to do so you can get to what you love to do. All right. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. That is a message in itself. Yes, this is your soulmate, but it's someone that may differ from your usual type and expectations. And I also feel like this could be, if you're in a partnership, this could be where you see a different side of your partner because you're aligning with the part of yourself that you hid yourself from, or you're recognizing you in a different light. This may have to do with trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith, not hope. Faith. Once again, you go to a doctor and they tell you, I hope this works, versus I have faith this works. Two different things. Separation and children. This new moon in Aries solar eclipse could definitely be doing that as well, where there are people finally separating themselves from people they have children with. Another scenario is you are separating yourself from this inner child or childhood wound that wouldn't allow you to make the effort in partnerships of love with someone you were attracted to. And then we have soulmate with honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Holy days, wholesome days, you being whole within yourself. Because first, in order for you to connect to your soulmate of love, divine attraction, you would have to connect to that part within yourself first. Okay? Accept and receive support from others. So that has to do with that part once again, where now you see who you are based on what you were able to do on your own, but you're not in this space where you're afraid to ask people for assistance when you're looking for it, only because when you've asked for it before, you didn't get it. You moved on from that. And with that being said, you step into passion, allowing your heart and soul to sing with joy. Very soon, this is happening here, but you must clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Clearly decide what it is that you want so it comes to you now. So if this card is coming out very soon as the foundation of this love reading that we're doing in the midst of it all, significant. Clearly decide what you want. Some of you know what you want, but you're focused too much on what you don't want, or your worries, or what's not happening. Just know that very soon you will also attract that into your life. So as you hear me telling this to you right now, switch that perception. This may be going on, that may be going on, but what do you want? And in the midst of you, clearly deciding what it is that you want, let go of what you don't or what's not working right now. Because this will be you fighting against the current. The tides are high. Yeah, it's a new moon, but we're in a whole different world right now. The tides are very fucking high. You could swim against that current if you want to. You will drown. Guarantee it. Okay? Because Mars in Cancer, that's a river that look more like an ocean, especially with Saturn in Pisces. Because Saturn in Pisces, that means these lessons, you in order for you to get through these lessons and remove these limits and boundaries, you're gonna have to swim in that ocean. You're gonna have to go real deep. And that's okay. It's more than okay. But just as you were going that deep into what it is that you've been feeling to really dig it all up. Like, yes, you're attracted to this type of scenario, this way of living. And then you tell yourself, but this is happening, this is how, where does that come from? If you can visualize and say that you like this lifestyle, you find yourself researching things and looking up things and having moments where you're actually diving in that path, then where does that other part of you come from? That's what I mean about what's being removed at all means necessary. Because it's not yours. It's no longer for you to hold on to. It's go time. Heart to heart conversation. I mean, you saw where it fell. Honestly, discuss your feeling with each other. Discuss your feelings with each other because you both deserve love. You are lovable. Do you know that? And if you know that, do you actually believe that? And if you know and believe, is that who you are? Do you express yourself that way? Do you think of those thoughts back to feeling that way? And then using your willpower that actually vibrates from that energy of what you know, believe about who you are, as to what it is that you have dwelling inside you, the way you think and process information, to the way you feel about it. And the way you feel about it, you also connect to your instincts that guide you to where you want to go, or how you want to create things, or the way you want to be loved or experience love. Is that all you? Or shit, what is that part of you? Communication. Some of you, that's your biggest love language right there. Affirmations. You don't got to force anybody to see that a part of yourself. That's a red flag if you do. Because if somebody really wants to be connected to you in your life, they're going to pay attention to what it is that you're saying and the way you move. They will. Everybody got their own thing going on. But just think of this as yourself. Because, once again, everything that you're bringing into your life has a lot to do with the way you care for yourself. So if you know you're this way, there's someone out there that can give that same energy in terms of it being possible. It's just a choice that each and every one of us has to make. Not saying that this person has to be exactly like you. I'm just saying that if you can do it, it is something that is possible because you are doing it. If there's a way that you love people, want to cater to people, obviously it is possible for that to happen. Maybe at a different degree, yes, because people are themselves as you are yourself. Okay? But you could be meeting someone that takes you to another level where you see a part of you that is all loving, and they take you to a whole nother level. You're like, wait a minute, wait a minute. And they might trigger something that occurred in the past where it makes you realize, okay, where you feel like you may have had it all figured out, but it's all a learning process. And that's the key to this journey. You're always learning, you're always remembering, because this planet ain't as old as the Holy Bible. It's not just 2,000 years old. For all we know, you may not even have an actual word for the number of ages that this planet is. We can just have an idea, but the exact, you know what I mean. Y'all give me a second. I have to go to the restroom. Y'all chat amongst yourselves. I'll be back. 1 second, Liam. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into this spread. I'm ready for these global changes. Bring it. Bring it and then some. Shit. Okay. Let's take it over this way. So let's see what's going on here for the collective. New moon in Aries, solar eclipse. Ashe. Current situation and a challenge. The card in the back is a challenge position. Okay. We have currently letting go, new moon in Aries, collective, 8 of Cups, letting go, Saturn in Pisces vibes, which is once again helping you, all right, to really simplify things and not be so hard on yourself, but also you're being more responsible, which is going to help you to let go. Because Saturn is in Pisces. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles with we are the world. Honking and sirens. Hold up. You have the power to guide, which is why you've gone through what you've experienced. And then challenging position, you got this 10 of Pentacles of we are the world. All I keep hearing is Michael Jackson. Highly misunderstood. Because he really wanted people to see him for who he was. As long as he saw himself, that would be a different story. But again, that is his story. as that is what his soul chose. Some of you have to really let go of the way people see you, especially if it's stopping you from being you. And if it's not people and the way they see you, this could have been something that has happened in the past and you're energetically connected to that. But I'm also getting that this energetic cord that you have is connected to a low vibration only because, and it's a strong low vibration, only because this is someone you're supposed to experience this soul contract with. I'm not speaking about just a partner in love, you know? Could be. We got the dream here, but that's the Six of Cups. What's at the basis of this? Because yes, you can cut cords, but there's certain cords you actually cannot cut because they're part of your soul experience. Maturity. That's as the foundation of your spread here with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. The beginning of prosperity is what's setting the stage here. Beginning of prosperity is stating and setting the stage. And then we have politics here at the bottom of the deck. 7 of Swords, Moon in Aquarius, 213. And 21 was focus on the solution, illuminate the shadow, which is going to help you to bring back your strength. And this strength is connected to maturity. Strength is to close out the cycle. The World card, 21, closing out the cycle, Capricorn energy, which is also connected here to maturity. It's one thing for people to have power over another, but that only works when fear is established. And shit came out too. Wow. The immediate past, you have the dream. This could have been a specific dream that you may have had about a past life partner. Show me more about this here. But this is also something about your the child past life. 6 of Cups also speaks about the child past life, or just past life in general. And right now you're being asked to let go of anything that wasn't connected to you feeling supported and nurtured, because it was a part of your experience. It was a part of your journey here on this world. That's the challenge. But this is exactly why you came here, because you knew this will help you to mature, to see it from a higher perspective. Yes, the Hangman with the 9 of Cups, both Pisces energy, Jupiter and Pisces, expansion. And Jupiter is in Aries right now, and it will be in a conjunction to the sun, bringing spiritual protection to keep you on your path to move forward. And this is being clarified here, the 6 of Cups by the Hierophant. So this is a vow. This feels like an oath. What about this here? Hierophant is also Taurus. We got the 6 of Cups with Scorpio, which is where the nodes are. Ooh, you're about to be liberated for sure, because I'm seeing this card with the conditioning. Yeah, liberated for real. Thunderbolt. That's wild how this energy is moving like that, though. Not how it's moving, but anyway. That was just my 3D self. Conditioning, thunderbolt, which is the tower, and completion. There we go. And then we have another 6, success. And then a new vision. Huh. And we back at the beginning again with the 7 of swords with the breakthrough. What's this? Breaking through. Okay, Queen of Cups. That's Mars and Cancer helping you to break through these projections. Then we got schizophrenia here, and then the outside of here, these is, and then goes the other 6, the burden. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. So what you gotta let go of, collective, here is the reading is practically done right here. But we're gonna keep going. Greetings and stream. So what's happening right now? Anything that you were conditioned out of your state to do other than being this lion, you're now having a lot of unpredictable changes is happening that's leading you into completion, especially when it comes to this energy of a high priest. If we really go back to it with that Enheduanna and Inanna energy, it's a little different. Something about Venus. Taurus is ruled by, that's wild. Taurus is ruled by Venus, but the Hierophant card is a Taurus card, but the Hierophant is a high priest. It really should be the high priestess, though. Anyway, okay. Just had a moment. Now you got the Ace of Wands here. Oh boy. Strength. As we sit here talking about the high priest, you got this whole lioness energy coming through here. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? 558. 5-8, 5-5-8, 5-5 to 5-8 is significant. Well, 5-5 is the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. It's given like the final phase of the final chapter of all of this. 5-5, change. Celestial change 2023. 12 from whatever that has been hidden. Now having the ability to move forward past the illusions and uncertainty. Well, what are you showing me? Clearing out first experiences of feelings. Clearing out first experiences of feelings. That came out reverse. Clearing out first experiences of feelings. The lack of family orientation. Lack of support for your psychic abilities. Lack of support when it comes to your connection to divine or universal laws. And that's Taurus again, because the King of Cups in reverse would be the polar opposite to Scorpio, which is the King of Cups is Taurus. You got Taurus in here twice. So there was a lack of strength when it came to your personal core values. You always dreamt about it. You've always dreamt about this. And here goes the Wheel of Fortune. Fate. You've always, okay. So you won't be able to bullshit yourself from this moment forward. Thank you, my love. You won't be able to bullshit yourself. Because Pluto is going to make sure that what you do next has to do with your cosmic soul blueprint, your galactic energies, and the abilities that come with it. Wait. Was crowning the message here. Was crowning the message. Mm. Okay. Let me look at this from here. Because that's the third time. Here's what's crowning your reading. And as I read this, I want you to think of, as far as this is where you're going to know if this reading resonates with you or if it doesn't. Don't make it fit, though. That's all I'm saying. Do you recognize this man? All but the most innocent and sincere of us have a politician. Doesn't have to be someone that is an actual politician, but just politically, someone who wants to be politically correct and shit. Do you recognize this man? All but the most innocent and sincere of us have a politician lurking somewhere in our minds. In fact, the mind is political. Its very nature is to plan and scheme and try to manipulate situations and people so that it can get what it wants. Here, the mind is represented by the snake covered with clouds and speaking with a forked tongue. But the important thing to realize about this card is that both faces are false. That sweet or the sweet, innocent, trust me face is a mask. And the evil, toxic, I'll have my way with you face is a mask too. Politicians don't have real faces. The whole game is a lie. Take a good look at yourself to see if you have been playing this game. What you see might be painful, but not as painful as continuing to play. It doesn't serve anybody's interest in the end, least of all yours. Whatever you might achieve in this way will just turn to dust in your hands. Anybody who can be a good pretender, a hypocrite, will become your leader politically, will become your priest religiously. All that he needs is hypocrisy. All that he needs is cunningness. All that he needs is a facade to hide behind. Your politicians live double lives. Your priests live double lives. One from the front door, the other from the back door. And the back door life is their real life. Those front door smiles are just false. Those faces looking so innocent are just cultivated. If you want to see the reality of the politician, you will have to see him from his back door. There he is in his nudity, as he is, and so is the priest, when they show their ass. These two kinds of cunning people have dominated humanity, and they found out very early on that if you want to dominate humanity, make it weak, make it feel guilty, make it feel unworthy. Destroy its dignity, take all glory away from it, humiliate it. And they have found such subtle ways of humiliation that they don't come in the picture at all. They leave it to you to humiliate yourself, to destroy yourself. They have taught you a kind of slow suicide. The first card is what? Your current situation is to let go. We're going to look at this as what you got to let go of. Being of this world. Be in it, but not of it. At least not the current world. Well, let's put it this way. As long as your perception is to be on the new earth, you're not of this world, because a world is a box. Just put it that way. A world is a box where you'll only have people moving as just humans. So when you express that you are a god, just like these priests will tell people in whatever the fuck they be doing, that the God is outside of you and all this other shit. Listen, some people, some y'all in here still got people who have this issue about the God within them that's running your life, running your mind, taking space rent free when it comes to your vessel. But they don't know the God within themselves. And Aries is all about the spiritual warrior now. Aries is the baby of source. If we're looking at the zodiac signs, the I am life force, aka the blood. So we can look at it that way. This is why it's the baby. The baby of the universe is the blood within the vessel. Because as long as that pumping and it's healthy, the actual being or the vessel that it's in can continue this experience. But if we keep pumping this bullshit in there that is not resonating with the God frequency, because that blood moves differently. The blood moves differently in the person who knows God within themselves and for those who are afraid of saying that. Two different beings with this entire race of humans. If we're really going to look at this battle of who this and who that, do you know the God within you? Yes. All right, bet. You with source. You don't know it? You got shit to do. I'm not going to say you not with source. You just got shit to do. That's what you want to do. So fuck it. Do you. But don't get in the way of somebody else doing them, because they're more than likely going to accept you for not knowing the God within you. You may have a different motive now as to why you may not even know the God within you, because you could come from somewhere the fuck else. What was that? Okay. Just saying. It's crazy. In the most beautiful way. Chaos. Because the vision I had, they was fighting themselves. Anyway. We don't even need to clarify that, because that's at the forefront of the mind. That's the message for what's at the forefront of the mind of the collective. If you wanted to get to the bottom of it, because some of you have a specific scenario, but the actual foundation of that scenario for all of you is that message of the Seven of Swords, politics. Age of Aquarius is about longevity, not a shorter lifespan. What's next? Quantum breakthroughs and breakdowns. Because everything is moving forward right now. So when Pluto goes retrograde back into Capricorn, around June 11th, you're gonna have a chance as to what it is that you're choosing to move forward with. So when Pluto goes back into Aquarius, you're going full throttle. What's next? Ooh, Two of Swords. Boy, you're gonna have to clarify that. Two of Swords, schizophrenia is either as clarified. Let's look at that message. Because at the forefront of the mind and what's happening next, that's the result of sleepless nights, anxiety, and this may not even be your anxiety. Okay, this may not even be connected to you and your experience. This just could literally be what's flowing through your blood. But not to blame anybody else now. Don't That's not what you're here to do either. You're just here to recognize it for what it is and say okay and move on. That's it. That's it. I'm just letting you know that. So that's what the fuck it is. Feel me? Right to it. The person on this card brings a new twist to the old idea of getting stuck between a rock and a hard place. But we are in precisely this sort of situation where we get stuck in the indecisive and dualistic aspect of the mind. Should I let my arms go and fall head first, or let my legs go and fall feet first? Should I go here or there? Should I say yes or no? And whatever decision we make, we will always wonder if we should have decided the other way. And that's the thing here, too, about people that are diagnosed with this. I feel like that stems from a, a very deep, hidden mystery or secret. Let's go back to the image. To see exactly what this is like. Because you know that's a mirror. And I love the way the artist put that there like that for that reptilian card. But you don't see the reflection, which is what happens to these people, is that they have different people around them. And they constantly go through so many different conversations with these people around them. But it's them passing the threshold of a very thin line between it being normal or a gift. That when it's diagnosed as far as like, oh, this person is crazy. No, it's not that they're fucking crazy. They're seeing shit, yes, because they have a different view. Now, again, I'm not nobody's fucking physician or none of that. Okay, I'm just here to deliver the messages from source and the universe. Okay, so these people got different beings around them talking to them. Which is also why, as a disclaimer, if you know people of that nature, obviously take them to a place where they can get help. But make sure wherever you're taking them, they're not actually creating a bigger issue of the matter. Okay. 144, 11. See this? Just like that. Obviously, this shit is a mirror. But do you see the reflection of this figure here? Now, for this type of frequency, yes, they do see that. But it when they express this to somebody, it's like, ain't nobody there. Are you okay? Or is something? They don't pumped up so much shit in in foods and beverages and water and this, that, or whatever. It's like, bruh. Let's continue. Should I go here or there? Should I say yes or no? And whatever decision we make, we will always wonder if we should have decided the other way. And that's another thing that I'm picking up on as far as that frequency. This could be someone that's part of the bloodline that has gone through a lot of experience with this type of way of being called crazy or out of their mind, that it looks the way it looks, where people are now, they're connected to things that they are seeing but unable to control it because of the level of fear that it's connected to. There was a film I was watching that showed it perfectly. I forgot the name of it. It's with Charlie Murphy. But you know what helped them to break through was love. That love frequency ain't no joke now. You know what I'm saying? So the only way out of this dilemma is, unfortunately, to let go of both at once. Yeah, this shit just went. You can't work your way out of this one by solving it, making lists of pros and cons, or in any way working it out with your mind. This is what's happening next, by the way, this Two of Swords. Better to follow your heart if you can find it. If you can't find it, just jump. Not physically now, because I don't know who watching this, but I'm just letting you do. Okay. If you can't find it, just jump. Your heart will start beating so fast, there will be no mistake about where it is. Man is split, it says here. Schizophrenia is a normal condition of man, at least now. It may not have been so in the primitive world, but centuries of conditioning, civilization, culture, and religion have made man a crowd, divided, split, contradictory. But because the split is against his nature, deep down, somewhere hidden, the unity still survives. Because the soul of man is one, all the conditionings at the most destroy the periphery of the man, but the center remains untouched. That's how man continues to live. But his life has become hell. The whole effort of Zen is how to drop this schizophrenia, how to drop this split personality, how to drop the divided mind of man, how to become undivided, integrated, centered, and crystallized. The way you are, you cannot say that you are. You don't have a being. You are a marketplace, many voices. If you want to say yes, immediately the no is there. You cannot even utter a simple word yes with totality. In this way, happiness is not possible. Unhappiness is a natural consequence of a split personality. This is why it says, follow your heart, because it's the generator. I feel like treatment could look so differently. But you know why it ain't? They probably harvesting their energy. Anyway, what's going on here? You know, I forgot my heart is fucked too. That's my Mercury and Sag. Sometimes I be saying shit. I'll be like, oops. I listen. Fuck that. You know the vibes. The same reason why I don't be going to funerals. Because I know my mouth. See, even that in itself, somebody could be going through some shit right now. And I just said that. I ain't coming for you. I ain't discrediting your feelings. I'm just don't fucking make no sense to me. Here we go, y'all. Show me this. Eight of Pentacles. Working on one's health. Page of Swords. Seven of Cups. So going back to your cosmic origins, codes of your soul's purpose, galactic energies and the abilities that come with it. There's a recoding of your DNA strands. This awakening is not going to stop this time around. That's why I'm going off like that. Four of Swords. Put it to rest. Okay. Let it go. Put it to rest. But this is the card before the battle. And here we have the Two of Cups. Because as long as there is love, divine love on the planet, as long as there's a shortage of divine love on the planet, this can happen. Day in and day out, where life is hell. Two of Wands. Mars and Aries. King of Wands. Leo energy. Mars and Leo, that fixed grand square that's going to happen May 20th this is where I'm talking about that whatever it is that you decide to do instinctively, if you're being rejected or redirected, is because Pluto is in charge, okay? As it is retrograde at that time too, where it's like, this is not part of your soul contract. This is not part of your soul blueprint. We're going to connect you to where you're supposed to go. You may not see it now, the reason why now, but you're going to see it later. Leo is the child, Mars is the baby. So it's like a 6-year-old that you're talking to, where a 6-year-old is like, I want to do this, I want to do that. But Pluto is like, no, we're going to do this first. We're going to take you this way because this is where you belong. Because Jupiter will then be in Taurus, okay? But right before that, it's in Taurus, it would have just moved from being in Aries at 29 degrees, May 20th, and this new moon in the Aries that we got now is at 29 degrees, which is the same degree. So you're about to expand from all of this that's changing. So stay focused on that. This is what I'm saying. Stay focused on what it is that you want in the new beginning, not on what's ending, because the shit is ending for a reason, because it has to go. It's permanent. It's done. It's finito. Because Jupiter is going to be presenting you things that has your energy signature on it that allows you to thrive. The Sun card in reverse. That's the Moon. Let's go to the Moon cards. Because that will be around the new moon in Taurus. Okay. Nothing will come of this situation. What exactly? What exactly? Look at that shit. Is look, is at the bottom of the deck now. New moon in Taurus. Yeah. Sun card in reverse came out as we're talking about May 20th. Let me see something. That was just the 9 of Cups, Jupiter and Pisces. The High Priestess. You. Nothing will come of this situation of anything that blocks a revelation. 6 of Pentacles. That is also the moon in Taurus. Balance out what it is that you're feeling. Balance out the throat chakra. Balance out the emotions. Don't just let people feed you crumbs and instinctively go there because they're feeding you fucking crumbs. And this is where some of you gonna be pulled away, or dates gonna change, or somebody may be like, oh, let's do this and let's do that, and it don't happen because they're not part of your soul fucking blueprint. Got me fucked up. Nothing will come of this situation. We got the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. This, don't argue with people at work either. Fuck them. King of Cups. Me. Some of you are literally gonna get fired so you can go do what you're supposed to do and what your heart desires. Just don't get it. Just use it. Whatever happens that changes when it comes to something that you wanted to do that was bringing a lot of joy, and then you get a hard ass no. It's for it's for a great reason, because it's not going to be emotionally fulfilling for you for the long haul. This plan is like, fuck all that temporary shit. I'm done. Because Saturn, that's a good 29-year minimum cycle. 2.5 years in each. Look at this here. They don't want the bullshit no more. I'm telling you. Saturn and Leo card right here. See, every little restriction that's being placed on uh, what brings you temporary satisfaction, it's a no go. It's over for that. Show me more. The sun has set. The soul, el sol, has a setting, has a specific setting, has a specific purpose. That's what the path you're being placed on. Conclusions are within reach. Within, as within, so without. Full moon eclipse, lunar eclipse. Yes. Full moon eclipse. Scorpio is ending all of this nonsense. All this drama that's been surrounding you, or drama that you felt energetically around you, but it wasn't actually happening. Because this is like it's cleansing the bones. Saturn has to do with the bones. This could also be why your appetite is changing too, solar plexus energy, because you're realigning with your heart. Leo also has to do with the heart. Believe in the impossible. Believe that I am possible, but you got to know that. Even in this image here, head first will be the heart chakra, feet first will be the root chakra. Significant. I'm not going into that though. Take time to breathe out, yes. Hoo-wee. Adjustments are required. Look at the bigger picture. That's what they want you to do. And that's why you get a no when you're going to get a no. Where you get a yes, you may not even be so intrigued by it. It's giving the vibes of like someone that grows on you. That type of vibe. Look at that totality. I was wondering when this was going to show, because that's the Five of Wands card too. And that's what that card was expressing also. It was saying here, you cannot even utter a simple word yes with totality. In this way, happiness is not possible. Unhappiness is a natural consequence of a split personality. So you don't even got to be diagnosed. I'm not saying that you are that, but you don't even have to be diagnosed with that, because there are so many different instances where you can't say yes with totality. That's something to be mindful of now. When you want to say yes, I feel like that's where things are still flowing through one's blood or through the bones from past generations. It ain't even got shit to do with you. But because it's a part of you, it has become you. But when you reconnect with or put together these soul fragments, balance is restored. Let's grab a message from here so we can shift this energy. I believe, I know, I shake. Walk your truth. Message from yesterday with communication. Okay. 17, 9, 35, 9, 8, which also connects to the 9 of Pentacles, Venus in Virgo. Cracking down on what it is or where it is in your life that you let people take advantage of you. And then once you do that, you're able to walk your truth. Soul fragments is still here. What's this? Patience. Okay. Patience with the process. And then you have this with the clearing and activation of the throat chakra. Another number 9. It's time for you to create that sacred space, love. Let's move on. Let's see what the advice is. What's the advice? Trust. That was cute. That's the Knight of Cups. Going back to, this is like someone growing on you. Then we have the Miser, 4 of Pentacles here. The reason why you may not trust an offer that is actually built for longevity is because you're getting advice from someone who loves misery. Or this could be a part of yourself too, because we're not going to just sit here and put that on other people either. It's just more so like there's a part of you that you may still be connected to energetically, where you're miserable and something great comes in your life and you're unable to see it for the greatness that it is. Let that shit go. Then we got courage here. Let that shit go so we can see this grow. Grown from the concrete, grown from the rocks. Courage card, strength and courage. That is Leo energy. Here we have Queen of Swords and awareness. Libra and Cancerian energy here. Innocence, slowing down, and change. Let me see what this is talking about here though. Hold on. Let me go right here. Ooh. You got to step into your confidence though. Lack of confidence has to do with the lack of trust. That's how deep this went. Your lack of confidence led to a lack of trust, but now it's time to shift that. You have matured through cycles here because this is at the basis of your message. I can see also why the 10 of Pentacles support and having all that it is that you ask for manifested into reality is a challenge, because there's something here that you must let go of that you felt that was the dream. or like a dream person, dream job, shit like that. And this could be an energy that doesn't see you. And that led to a lack of confidence, which then stepped you into a lack of trust. Shit. Because you got, what was that? Morality, Queen of Swords, and the Awareness card, which is Cancer. So that was Libra, Cancer. And now we have the King of Swords, Trust. This is what's clarifying the trust card. The King of Swords, the World card with the Queen of Cups. Let me tell you something. You know, have gotten to the bottom of the way you feel about situations, and the way you feel has a lot to do with the way you've been expressing yourself. But now you know that had to do with past lifetimes and cycles that you had to close out. Now you can trust yourself. You were surrounded by specific people that were friends and coworkers for this reason, to get to the bottom of the way you feel, as far as that which was hidden from you. Because you see the fish here, right? But you see how you have these two streams of water on each side of these cards? Similar to this. Saying yes in situations just to fit in. So, more than likely, there could be a Capricorn, Aquarius, Cancer that comes to you that's going to help you to break free or see this finally, where you may have been deceiving yourself, or or putting up this facade. The facade could literally be where you haven't fully acknowledged the way you felt about moments where you had to help yourself without blaming anybody else. Like really getting to the bottom of, like, yeah, that was fucked up. I did this on my own. I did this, whatever. And no one was there to help me. And then being looked at and then being looked at in a way where it's like, you have no reason to feel that way. Really getting all that shit out of you. Like just getting whatever scenario you've been through where you weren't supported for who you were, which led to you doing things on your own. Because that is the main pattern that's going to be broken down right now for you to get through this new moon in Aries solar eclipse. Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is an Cancer. So what Mars is defending is the part of you where it has to do with you being nurtured and loved. So it's going to take you through that journey. It's going to take you into those waters. Because there's no other choice, really. There's really no other choice but to move forward. Is either you get caught up in the storm that never ends, because that's the type of storm that this is pulling through. The energy is pulling through. Is a storm that never ends. Is a never-ending tornado. It's like the factory of fucking tornadoes, and you stay there. If you resist where Mars is taking you. Some of you have been able to do that and move past that, but there are still people around you who aren't able to. And this is what I mean, where you may have to disconnect from these energies. Shit ain't a game now. There goes the Queen of Swords. She came out. Ten of Cups. Yeah, you're meeting your divine soul group, your divine soul group, your galactic family in the flesh is what you're meeting now. I feel like the matriarch is back on. I almost said the fucking Vatican. The matriarch is back. Is all I'm gonna say. 444 744. What's this energy? Okay. Patience. 1010. The end. See the clock? The clock is on 1010. Random. The thought that came across earlier. Time is moving faster. Yeah, you could tell my Mercury is progressing through Aquarius. But who was it that decided the speed? Or what was it? What is it that decides the speed of seconds, minutes, and hours? Some of you may actually know that. But the temple path. The Mother, Father, and the Holy Spirit. The union between the Mother and Father. The wholeness of it in spirit. 12. You heard they wanted to add an hour to the clock, so it they get on my fucking nerves, bro. Blossoming abundance. Hold on. Angel of balance. Give me a second. The theme is like, look at them numbers. Which I have in Aquarius. 163 spiritual lessons. And I said the matriarch is back. A symbol of the spiritual realm that you are a fighter because you never refuse to let go of your future life or the right now, I would love to say. It's also a number that symbolizes love and relationships. There's a very important message that is coming through here about a partnership and love for sure, because you got a matching pair with the King and Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is working behind the scenes to help with closing out this cycle. This is the crone. That's the crone that's helping to close out these cycles. And something, remember the blue jay from yesterday. This Queen of Cups is the angel of balance. Give me something here. Three. That's also 10. 1. German, angels, phone, Theo, Ishmael, flamingo, Harold, do it, colon, red line, kadosh. Where was that from? Kadosh. Anyway, indigo child, grandma. Okay. For those who have a significant connection with your grandma. Oh, that's where my crystals are. Okay. Ace of base. The ace of pentacles is at the bottom of the spread. Shekinah. King of all. That's the emperor. That's Aries. Those who have a specific connection with the grandmother. What are we doing? Okay. Birds are significant as far as the messages that you are receiving. You see that? She has all the bounty, all of the abundance. And that's the card that came out, abundance, as far as like why you weren't able to see who you were, because uh-huh. Because some of you can some of you can really fly. Because look. Mm-hmm. Hold it. Wednesday is significant. Number 25, 225. The waxing gibbous moon and March. Tweak, hone, and adjust. 1 second. Let me pull this up. Waxing gibbous moon in March. This is something significant when it comes to your throat and your heart chakra here. The connection between the two, crossing the bridge, crossing over. That could be significant too. Where now they were able to cross over, which allows them to assist you even more. Waxing gibbous was from March 1st to March 6th. And then again, the 30th and 31st. Waxing gibbous specifically. So tweaking, honing, and adjusting March 30th, 31st, and from the 1st to the 6th is significant here. And then we have, was this the only two? Yeah. We have Odin. Empty is the end, empty is the beginning. Phoenix from the ashes, it rises from fate. Surrender of control, spiritual warrior. This is the message for now, new moon in Aries, solar eclipse. Trust that the universe will make self change in your ongoing life progress. You're awakening the universe within you. And then we have Gibo, which is the rune of a partnership. This is what I mean here. unity, union, partnership. This is how one breaks through this diagnosis. Again, I'm not a physician. This is just a message from source. Unity consciousness. My whole face is fucking tingling right now. Okay. Unity. What we say, what we think, how we feel, and how we act are one and the same. Splitting this creates hell on earth. Is an exchange of powers. Remain independent and healthy within the union. That's also what this new moon solar eclipse is doing. That if you're not able to be in a partnership or you're still able to be yourself, it's over for that. It's like day and night, okay? Because it's time to put the collective on the path of the divine vision. Because this here planet is tired of the fuckery and the misuse of sex magic. It wants the mystical unions, which means the holiness of the body, the masculine and the feminine. It's not just the logical world. Harmony through uncovering the mysteries of the female occult powers. $225 is the Eight of Cups, and that is your first card out, letting go. Letting go of partnerships that do not create union, that do not create a healthy union. Letting go of partnerships that do not connect to your divine vision, your soul blueprint. Not your grandmother's, not your great grandmother's, yours. That's that message right here. Know yourself, balance yourself, because you have to know your willpower in order for you to balance yourself and complete these cycles so you're not being used by authority figures. You have to be able to feel it though. This is what Mars in Cancer is doing, you know. That's what Mars in Cancer is out here defending. Full throttle too. Full fucking throttle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The Griffin and the Bee. The Griffin is about balance, clarity, and spiritual enlightenment. You're being guided to find harmonic balance of your mind, body, and soul. The abundance you seek already exists within you. You are strong, independent, and fearless. You can walk through a whole wall, take flight, and achieve what you desire. The Bee. Creativity, cooperation, and productivity. You are being guided to change something in your life. Become inspired, follow your heart, and creatively build your future with today's decisions. You have no limitations and there are no boundaries to your capabilities. Any assistance you need will always be found. With the cheetah and the phoenix, with the falcon. Yo. You can see why I'm looking at these cards like that. Mystical, mystical, spiritual, physical, spiritual, physical. Feline, bird. Horse, segment. Tefnu, she right there too. Observe, grow spiritually. Observe your surroundings and keep your own counsel. Strategize your days, be patient. Remove what no longer serves you from your life. Well, what's in the environment? Empaths got to be real mindful. There's a lot of gaslighting happening. And I'm saying a lot of gaslight is happening because it's time to break through it. So we have to bring up what has to be broken down to break through. Can I have one more here? Exhaustion is the 9 of Wands. Exhausting memories of you tapping into the God version of yourself, your soul's journey. Breaking through that here. And then we have abundance with the King of Pentacles. Taurus. Mercury in Taurus retrograde. And Uranus in Taurus. Creating this conjunction. Supporting Mars to take action. To simplify. Declutter. And this is happening throughout the eclipse of this new moon and the full moon. So let's get another moon message here, because that is a moon and Sag card. This is the 9 of Wands. So is the 2 of Swords. It's a moon card in Libra. So we got Libra, Sag, Taurus for the immediate future and what's in the environment. Moon in Libra, immediate future, and the environment, Moon in Sag, Taurus. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Fire truck, okay. This is being real tactical about a situation that you've been exhausted about. that has brought exhaustion into your life. It's like you know exactly what to do. You know exactly what to say or whether to communicate it. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. What else do we have here? Also realizing your core values, your personal core values when it comes to bringing love and beauty into a situation, and communication is one of them, and you're exhausted from over explaining yourself to whatever this is in your environment. But it's time to now let it go. What do you need to release? You're very close to achieving your goal. You pick up this stack over here. I'm going to take what is upright. Let's see. These are the ones that fell upright. Don't let pride get in your way. The time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Don't let pride get in your way. Is full moon in Virgo. Full moon in Leo, excuse me. Step out of your comfort zone. North node. And believe in the impossible. Okay. So, what's coming through in the environment, you may not even realize what the root of your journey when it comes to the fuckery is actually connected to. But it seems like you're about to find out now. I just got a whole vibe of Inspector Gadget. This could even come down to, let's say, this could be someone from your past that you've told yourself, you lock and key, I will never contact this person ever again, because you were completely over it. And then all of a sudden, within this last couple weeks, you may find yourself wondering. It's not really to call the person. For some of you, it may be. Because you could be in the opposite end of what's saying, but they could be the root of where something has started to increase in terms of what was exhausting to you. It's like the final piece of the puzzle, but not actually, it's having the final piece of the puzzle, but not placing it on the board at the moment that you close this cycle out. And then you could be in this space, like figuratively speaking, you could be decluttering, and you find that piece. You've more than likely threw out the entire puzzle, but you put that piece somewhere else, and with like 15 years, 20 years later, that piece of the puzzle comes back. But you no longer have that entire board. You just got that piece, is what I'm saying. But you're still able to put it together finally, as to where key is when it comes to a blockage that you may have had as far as your throat chakra. So there's that. Man. Temperatures is rising. I said temperatures is rising to a balanced state. And look what comes out. Temperance sideways. And the moon in Sag right there. What's at the top? The Magician. You have everything you need now. Or at least realizing that everything you thought you were missing, that you felt like you needed, you've had it all along. And you go from exhaustion to abundance. What's the King of Pentacles? The yeah, the King of Pentacles is the King of Pentacles, but it also has to do with the Queen of Swords. So yeah, it's surely a divine union. Like, it's over for the exhausting partnerships that are not bringing in unity. It's over for that. Put it to rest. Four Swords. Yo, the King of Pentacles, you're gonna clarify yourself like that. Wow. Some of you could literally be connecting with someone that has similar placements as you, or at least where your placements speak to each other. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Ashe. Six of Cups. This is a past life union, or just as this is who you. This is the soul contract of the person you're going to be with, or the partnerships you're supposed to have. Six of Pentacles, 6 6. That's big. That's big time right there. Two of Wands. Been at a crossroads here, and then you have the Emperor. This is literally like putting the puzzle together, not finalizing it, but you see the bigger picture once you put it together, but not putting that final piece into the puzzle and deciding to just get up and leave it. And now, 15 years later, you didn't even realize you still had that piece of the puzzle with you. Okay, so that could also have something to do with it may that puzzle piece may be something that you still have from a person that you're no longer connected to. You know, hmm. Yeah. Shout out to the piece though on that one. Big three is definitely Sun, Moon, and Mercury. If you really look at it, yeah. Because this is it also is a part of like your rising or your ascendant energy, where this is what people see. What people see is an embodiment of Sun, Moon, and Mercury. So I would like to add to that. Four of Swords came out. Yo, what? Okay, hold on. Because what's the Four of Swords? Clarify that. That is Jupiter and Libra vibes. The Emperor has been at a crossroads because the Empress has been holding back. I just saw the Empress on the other side of the Four of Pentacles. This Four of Swords is the Hierophant, which was in the immediate past. What about that? The divine stepped in. What the fuck is going on here now? What's this? What is this? Roses and tulips. Roses and tulips. 839 1152 192. I know this shit don't say Young Dolph. What the fuck is happening? Damar Hamlin? What is happening? Okay, wait a minute. Wait, and then the nerve with the Two of Cups, and they go to King of Swords. And okay. Young Dolph, you're fired. This is the list of roses and tulips because these two priests here, one got roses, the other one got tulips. In the gematria, first thing on the list, Young Dolph, Tennessee is significant. You're fired. Damar Hamlin, that was that football player for the Buffalo Bills, number 3. Then we have next on the list, transforms into angel, which also has the number 144. Then it says, can you feel it? Dragon Society, Tippy Top, October 16. Nightmare Before Christmas. I in Tennessee, EYE in Tennessee. I am the third coming of Christ. So some of you could be the third person along your entire bloodline. And I'm speaking beyond millions of years ago. You could be the third person that carries all of this knowledge. Okay. 815, that is 7 of Wands, Mars and Leo. Alrighty. Crossfire, hurricane, possibility, effective, time of the rapture, black sheep of the family is also on this list. Dover, which is in Delaware. Beyond Antarctica. The truth can be harsh. Indigenous people of America. On the right hand and on the left, Uriel and Michael. The hidden key of God, 1488. What's this? Hold on. What is this? What is going on? A shearing, a mowing the grass. What else is on here? Huh, men wearing Speedos. Hilarious. Prince of Peace, Psyche. What is your name? Sent from up above. 000. Jupiter, Saturn. Keanu Reeves. I'm getting this energy of you being like the energy of someone being the apocalypse, like, and I'm saying I'm getting the energy of John Wick when I saw Keanu Reeves. Yeah. Okay. Give me a second, because that was a lot. Let me see what's going on here. Because the tiger and a buffalo is significant. Running towards the storm. Page of Pentacles. This could be someone younger that is an earth sign that's connected to your soul purpose. $818. And then we have the Emperor. I feel like this has to do with a relative of yours for some of you. That's going to bring in some clarity here. But as far as you being an empath, be mindful of your energy. Okay. 9 of Cups. Jupiter and Pisces. fulfillment of a wish. Going into the storm. Okay, so some of you could be detoxing or literally cutting out a habit that you have here when it comes to drinking. Yeah. And when I mean cutting out a habit of drinking, it's like doing it in moments where you're coping with something. You know, King of Cups. Yeah. So this could be a male water sign that's around you. King of Swords. This one been coming up flying now. Aquarius. I'm hearing Source say you know exactly who this is, but this tower moment is actually beneficial for all. Yes, this new beginning here. But this could also signify where you're coming into contact with your passions again here. You're coming into contact with your passion. You may have avoided this, and it took a lot for you to avoid this. It's something that you're passionate about. Let's see what this is. Justice. It's a fair outcome, though. Fair enough that this emotional offer comes in little by little. Or all at once. So this here, Page of Cups, is coming in from source. It's faded. It may just seem like it's a page, or something may start off small. But from one day to the next, it moves faster and faster as a result of letting go of, excuse me, the drama. What's this? Being left out in the cold, feeling like you stuck and you can't make a decision for yourself, and this led to you being taken advantage of. So letting go of all of that. Okay. If this is not you, this could be energies around you. In terms of having compassion, if you know you're not in the space to have compassion for someone, don't force yourself to be there. Move away. Okay? Move away. Yeah. Walk away. Walk away. That's all you gotta do. And this is collective, so some of you may feel like you have to put your phone on do not disturb. You know why you're doing it. You gotta explain yourself now. If you're in a position where people feel like you have to, that's codependency. Additional advice: experiencing 3 of Wands. Yeah, go about your business here. Friendliness. We got 2 of Cups here. And as you go about your business, this is where you're now, because you let it go in a different manner, where you're no longer holding on to what somebody may feel. It really changes your trajectory in life. You got the Creator, King of Wands, with the rebirth, 10 of Swords. But notice how you are literally rising through this energy of the Lion. Going about your business, because the Camel can walk through a lot of heat, but it's also very stubborn. It does what it wants to do. So do you. What's the outcome here? Isolation is at the bottom of the deck, and focus on your creativity. Integrate moments of integration, what you now understand about anything that has been, blocking your frame of mind, that makes you feel like you can't share what it is that you have going on. Because, okay, that's another thing. If you are around a lot of people who you can't express what it is that you have going on because they have to see it to believe it, then this is time for you to bust a move and go, even if that means with yourself and your guides, to a space where you are indulging in everything that you want to do and staying focused on your manifestations. You got here for the outcome projections coming out first, which is why I'm saying that, and then moment to moment. So step by step, Two of Pentacles, all right? You're going to be taking these steps moving forward here and removing anything that has still been a part of your aura. Okay, removing these projections as far as your experience. Let me clarify that here. Nine of Wands. Get to the root of it. That's what's happening. It's what I'm saying. You may not even realize who the person is or what the scenario is until you're reminded by either a movie you watch, a conversation you have, or the person carrying the energy themselves. What's the experiencing additional advice with the Three of Wands? You're experiencing divine fate. Trust and have courage to move forward, which was your initial advice. You're like a rose going through the concrete. Although that's not rose. Then we got the Two of Swords here, which is your immediate future card at the bottom of the deck. You got the Four of Swords that constantly came out a couple times, putting things to rest. I feel like some of you are still holding on to a gift from someone of the past that created these Three of Swords that you do have to get rid of just to clear your energy. Eight of Wands. That's the Six of Swords here. I feel like, so as you, it could be like a change in direction, like a change of a route. You're going to receive a lot of synchronicities and clarity about the way the divine is stepping in. And we got the Four of Swords ain't even supposed to be in this deck, but it. Okay. All right. Four of Swords again. It ain't even supposed to be in this deck. Judgment. It's time for you to make a decision on who it is that you're working with or people that you are working around, especially if this has nothing to do with longevity. It's like you're either going to answer your calling or you're going to lock yourself into the matrix. That's the choice that's being made here. But what I'm getting also from this is that moment to moment, Two of Pentacles, the way you're closing this out is through the energetic entanglements you have with people who are not necessarily connected to your soul's purpose, and rebuilding, whether, you know, if it has to be a distant rebuild of connection with someone who actually is a cord that you cannot cut, and actually cutting those that you thought that you weren't supposed to cut those cords. So it's like if you got, certain cords with family members that you've cut and you're not really able to because they're part of your soul's path, you could, this is what I mean about you getting to a point where you step into forgiveness for yourself so you can, disconnect from it, but in a way of understanding why things are the way they are. Four of Cups and the moon in Cancer. Let's get some moon cards to close this out. So they live hitting a bit. Who you tell her? Cause shit. Whew. That's why you about to close this out now. The only time I drink is taking shots for ancestors. Yeah, that's right. What do you need to release from these 3 cups that you keep over analyzing? Let's see. Whatever this is, surrender it to the divine. Let the divine step in. I mean, it's already going to. That's the whole thing about eclipse seasons. It's you could do you guys highly suggested you don't do like your rituals because it's just not it's nothing compared to the energy of the eclipse. This ain't the time for rituals at all. Because what's gonna happen is gonna happen. And what ain't supposed to, it just ain't. So, y'all, it was a pleasure. I love you. Don't forget to like the video if you made it this far. Put the bullseye again, because Pentacles is out here to win it, I guess. Well, it is the pre-Emperor card, so we are in that phase energetically before we go into the Emperor energy. So yes, I'm gonna see y'all next time.